Hello and welcome to another video. This one is all about the GTX 1050 from Nvidia, which is both small and powerful, almost like me, except that I'm just small. It's almost the same, right? Anyway, let's start with some specifications of this GPU. It has 2 gigs of GDDR5 memory, which makes it suitable for 1080p gaming and some lighter 1440p tasks. If you find that you need more than that, you can opt for the 1050 Ti, which comes with 4 gigs of VRAM. It has 640 CUDA cores and also a memory speed of 7 gigabytes per second. But how well does all of that translate into games? Well, let's see. First, I'm going to introduce you to my test machine. It's the Dell Optiplex 9020 that I use at work. It has an Intel Core i5-4690 running at 3.5 GHz base and 3.90 GHz boost clock. It also features 4 cores. The machine has 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM, and that's about it. Let's move over to some gaming performance. I will show you how well the integrated HD 4600 graphics perform compared to the 1050, and the games I tested were Counter-Strike, Global Offensive, Dirt Rally and Rocket League. The games were run at 1080p for both GPUs and on max settings if nothing else is stated. In CSGO, the integrated graphics managed 5.70 FPS. That's really bad. And the GTX 1050 averaged 163 FPS. That's absolutely insane. It's an earth-shattering FPS. How can anyone need more than that? It turns out I'd need more than that, or there is some other reason that I suck in this game, because I still suck and I lose all my games. So yeah, you probably need another GPU to get good in CSGO, or maybe that's not the problem. Rocket League was the same story. It went from unplayable to actually playable. I feel poor for this computer that has so much potential but isn't able to use it. In this game I went from 10 FPS to 58 FPS on average. That means that the game is no longer a slideshow that you see at school and is actually a video game that you don't see at school. So if you play Rocket League, this card is actually pretty good. Dirt Rally on the other hand was a completely different story. Wait, no it wasn't. It got 6.5 FPS with the built-in graphics. That is horrifying. And that's on medium settings, and with the 1050 installed it got 81 FPS. And that's about it for that game. If you want to drive in real time, you need a GTX 1050 or something. You can't game on the Intel HD graphics. So that's it for Dirt Rally and the gaming. Let's move on. I really wish Dell had included a dedicated GPU in this system. That way I could work at the same time as I watch the video. Which isn't what I should be doing at work, but that's what I'm doing at work. And with the integrated graphics, that's not possible, or at least it's not a good experience. But with the 1050 it works perfectly, so as far as my use for it goes, it is perfect. And I will also say that my Optiplex 9020 had the most powerful of the PSU of the system that I could find at work. And that included a Optiplex 990 and a 7040. I also had to use a PCIe 4X slot on the motherboard because the 16X slot is a 1 slot. So yeah, you need a 2 slot cooler for this one. And you might need to check that if you're planning on putting this in a pre-built system. But as far as I can tell, there wasn't any performance hit. I see a lot of used systems selling on these internet trading sites and stuff like that. We have Finn here in Norway, but you can use eBay internationally or whatever you have in your area. And there are a lot of these systems just going at low prices, and they're a good basis for a gaming system. And as you can see, you do get good gaming performance if you throw in a GPU. So I think that's where I'll leave this video. If you have a comment, please drop it below. And consider liking the video, it really helps me a lot. And as always, have a good day.